Hey friends, I have a whole bunch of new makeup items that I wanted to share with you on camera today, so I'm going to do kind of a chatty get ready with me. So good morning and thank you for joining me. So I am still healing up from some under eye filler. I have a little bruise that started out blue and it's kind of turning green now, and a tiny bit of under eye inflammation or puffiness that should resolve itself in a couple of days. So I've been super excited to try the new e.l.f. Soft Glam foundation. It says it is a medium buildable coverage that is long lasting. It also has a 1% hydrating hibiscus complex, so we're going to put that to the test. But before we move on to this, I have not put on sunscreen, which is such an important part of the morning skincare and makeup routine. So I've got a couple pumps there. So I absolutely love the Ulta MD UV Daily because it is so sheer, rubs in so well, and it's so hydrating. As always, you guys, I will list everything in the info box below. So if you're interested in the colors, if I can't see them, I am over 50, so my eyes don't pick up on the tiny little writing. I will definitely put on my readers and list everything, including the colors, down in the description box below. I definitely have some puffiness right through here from that tear trough filler, and more on the lateral or outside part here. So that has subsided some, but it'll take a few more days. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I don't always use primer, but I kind of felt in the mood for it today. I'm actually just going to use my finger and pat this on, especially to the cheek area where I have a few more enlarged pores. I like to hit the forehead just right here by the brows, between the eyes, and a little bit on the chin. And then just feather that out with my finger. And then I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Soft Glam Foundation. Let me see if I can see the color on this one. It says medium neutral. So I usually order online, so I never know for sure if this is going to be a good match. So we'll see. I can usually make it work even if the undertone is slightly off. So here is the color. I think my skin might be slightly pinker, but that's okay because it kind of knocks down some of that red undertone. Today I'm going to use a brush. I'm just going to softly blend that in. And I don't want to put too much right under my eyes because I am going to use a concealer today. Try to hide that bruise a little bit. This puffiness here is really bothering me, so I'm hoping in the next couple of days that settles down just a little bit. I'm going to take a sponge and go over that to remove any excess product and just make sure everything's blended. I am filming in natural light in front of my window, so it definitely picks up all my imperfections. So my first impression on the e.l.f. Soft Glam is that a little goes a long way. It's definitely a nice medium coverage. A little bit of that was enough for me. I don't want a heavy coverage because I am going to add some concealer, but so far so good. I'll check in with you later and let you know how it wears. So I'm going to use the House Labs concealer today, and I'm just going to use a little bit here to brighten up the under eye area, especially where there's some puffiness and that bruise. Maybe a little more than I normally would. I like to get my chin too, and the corners of my nose, and just a little right in the center of my forehead here. I like to drag it down my nose just a little bit. I like using a tapered brush on that. My brushes need to be cleaned, you guys. Should do that this afternoon or sometime this weekend. And then I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Bronzing and Shaping Serum. I've been really enjoying this a lot. A dupe that's not exactly the same, but it's close for an affordable option, is the e.l.f. Bronzing Drops. I think this is less patchy. The bronzing drops blend in nicely. It's a similar consistency, but the Makeup by Mario blends out more smoothly, and I like the undertone a little better. So I'm just going to start with one drop. Just want to bring some color to my face here. I love this stuff just because it blends in so nicely and it's really sheer, so it doesn't look heavy out in natural sunlight. And then just a little blend. I'm kind of taking my time today. I'm not feeling in any rush. I did a 5-minute makeup video the other day, and that's kind of my normal, just quick in a hurry, but I enjoy doing makeup a lot. So today I'm going to do kind of a relaxed full glam because for me it's therapeutic. All right, you guys, I just got the new House Labs powder. This is the Vanish Airbrush Pressed Powder in translucent. I love all of the Hourglass products, especially the complexion products and powders. Their blushes are wonderful. They don't look dry on mature skin, which is what I like a lot about them. Very finely milled. And just take a little bit under the eye, just set in that concealer. You can still see the bruise a little bit through that, but I don't want my under eyes to look heavy. I also picked up the new NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. This is in the color Buttercup. Oh, that's a pretty color. A little goes a long way. I think I might have been a little too heavy-handed on that, but it'll blend in. Sometimes I question if I go too light, like if I need it darker, but I don't want to have like, some days I don't want to have major contrast between my bronzer and my lower part of my cheek. Oh, there's a deer outside. You guys, I live in the mountains. So outside this window, I'm in my bedroom. I often see deer. We see fox all the time, occasionally moose. It's a beautiful view out here. There's still a tiny bit of snow at the upper part of the mountain that I can see from the window. It's mostly gone, but just at the very peaks, there's a little bit of snow. So our summers are absolutely beautiful here. People come for the winters, but stay for the summers. The nights are really cool. It gets down to like 45 or 50 degrees. So it's really rare for people to have air conditioning here. They just keep their windows open at night. And then during the day, it's like in the high 60s, 70s. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, first impression, I like this. I'm questioning if I needed a darker color, but I kind of like that there's not like a major contrast. This is definitely one that I think is a good drugstore find for the summer. Next, I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Powder Blush, and this is in the color Wild Berry. It is such a beautiful color. So I've been using some self tanner, you guys, and I can definitely start to tell that I'm feeling a little tanner than normal. I found the Copper Tone Glow SPF 30 with gradual tan, and so when I go swim at the pool, which I try to get exercise at the pool many days out of the week, as many as I can, and so I usually will put on the Copper Tone Glow, let it set in for a while I'm reading a book, and then once it's set in, I do my swim workout, and then about 12 hours later or 10 hours later, whatever works into my schedule, I add another coat of it. That's what's recommended, and then it gives you a gradual tan as well as sun protection when you're out in the sun. Okay, before I get to my lipstick, I do want to put some of the e.l.f. balm on. My daughter turned me onto this, Bella. She loves all the e.l.f. lip products. Their lip oil is super good, but this balm she keeps in her car, and I've used it a few times and really like it. So this may become my car lip balm. I like that to sit on my lips for a few minutes before I get to my lipstick because my lips are like perpetually dry. I picked up this Give by Gwen Stefani. This is the bronzer. It's got a cream and powder, but I found the e.l.f. nose contour brush and I just want to give that a try. So there's like a slimmer end and then there's a little one for like buffing out. So I'm going to go into this cream contour here and just give the nose a little more of a contour. This is a little extra, but I do like it when I take the time to do it. It makes an ever so slight difference, but I think it's a nice difference. I'm going to go into the powder just a little bit. And then to enhance it, I'm just going to go over it with just a tiny bit more concealer. I'm going to let the concealer kind of set in just a little bit and then I'll buff it out. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Lash Extender Mascara for my lashes. I'm also going to put lashes on after, but I'll come back and show you. This is such a great mascara if you want separation and length. And if you have tiny, tiny lashes, I find for me, with my puny little lashes, this is one of the better mascaras I've tried. So then I'm just going to lightly buff in or tap in this concealer. My brows definitely need some attention here, so I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario Brow Pencil. Such a difference a little brow makes. I have been really enjoying this brow pencil. The texture of it's really nice. It's easy to put on, but isn't so creamy that it tends to smudge around. It sets down nicely and stays on really well throughout the day. I also think it looks a little more natural than some brow pencils. So if you like a softer, powdery, more natural look, you may really love this pencil. So I'm gonna use the Killer Liner to do a little tight lining, which I think makes such a difference. And I'm about ready to have to sharpen this. Let's see if I can get one more use out of it before sharpening. The Too Faced Killer Liner stays on so well. I'm going to put just a little bit of eyeshadow. I wasn't going to do it today, but I'm feeling it, so I usually do that before mascara. Change of mind. So I'm going to use the Ilia palette. This is the Warm Nude palette. Beautiful colors. I like the size of this palette. So I'm using this color here. This is a BK Beauty brush, which I love those brushes, you guys. I use them quite a lot, especially the eyeshadow brushes. The complexion brushes are excellent. They're at my office right now. So when I'm at my office, I use those complexion brushes. I should bring them home. Then I'm going to move down to this one. There's 2 shimmers and 4 mattes in this 6-pan palette. So this formula is nice. It's not the most buttery, but it doesn't have fallout really. It's not powdery, so it's good quality. I would say it blends in nicely. And I love Merit Beauty as well. I'm really enjoying these new singles by Merit. So if you like to just have some single colors for just a quick little eyeshadow look, those are really nice. I'm going to take out the edge of a flat brush into this color and go underneath my lash line. And then I'm going to go into this darker brown and do the same thing, but just move it out to the outer corner. Bring that up a little bit. Flick it over. It's creating almost like a little extension here in a wing. Go back to that eyeshadow brush and just soften that up. Now for lips, I'm gonna take off my lip balm with a Q-tip because I think it helps exfoliate or get some of the crusty bits off. Or I should say dry bits, they're not really crusty, but you know what I mean. So I picked up the e.l.f. Cream Glide Liner, and let's see if I can see the color on this one. It is in, I'll have to list that color in the description box below. So I do like to line the whole lip. And I just got the new Sun Boss Gloss. This has SPF 25 and it's for the lips, so we'll see how this goes on. Anytime I can add extra sun protection to the lips, I'm all for it. And I love how affordable the e.l.f. products are in general. I also love the e.l.f. oils. This is clear, but I have one that has a little bit of pigment to it, but they are so good. All right, I'm gonna pop on some lashes and I'll be right back. Okay, lashes are on and I wanna just do a little inner corner highlight using this lighter shimmer color. So I'm just gonna use a little pencil brush. This one's also by BK Beauty. Maybe just a little under the high point of my brow. I think it just makes you look a little more awake. And I need that today. I didn't sleep so good last night. I don't know why I was having the craziest dreams last night, you guys. So vivid and so real. All right, last but not least, you guys know I'm obsessed with sunscreen and sun protection, so I'm going to use the All Set for Sun. This is the Suntouchable 45 SPF sun protection and setting spray. Let's see how it comes out. This is the first time I'm using it, so I want to spray it a few times so it doesn't just spit in my face. Sometimes I'll put just a little bit on the back of my hands too, even though I'm not setting makeup there, but just for extra hand protection. All right, there it is, you guys. This was really relaxing for me. I know some people don't love doing makeup, but for me, when I really sit down and take my time, I absolutely love it when I have the time to do it. I'm really impressed with the e.l.f. lip liner. I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of that, and they're so inexpensive. I'm definitely impressed with this foundation. I like that it's medium and not a full coverage, and you can build it up if you want to. I feel like it gave me enough coverage without looking really heavy or too opaque on my skin. It's not feeling dry at all, which I absolutely love. And as far as the color goes, it wasn't a dead-on match, but it was pretty good and evened out some of the redness on my skin. I'm pretty impressed with the new Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Pressed Powder. You guys, it's really pretty on the skin. It's very, very soft and finely milled, and it doesn't look like powder on the skin. It sets everything down, it looks really pretty, has a very slight bit of blurring, but doesn't look heavy in any way, shape, or form. This is definitely a win for me. If you haven't tried any of the e.l.f. lip products, definitely give them a try. My daughter Bella and I are obsessed with e.l.f. lip products. They're all so good. But today I'm using the Sun Boss Gloss, and I love that it has the SPF 25 for the lips. A lot of times we forget about sun protection on our lips. And of course the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. Really good, actually. I thought I was going to be disappointed with the lightness of the color, but I think it blends in really nice. Again, this one is Buttercup. If you've tried any of these products, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me and spending a piece of your day with me. I really do appreciate it. Please be good to yourselves and to others. I will see you in my next video.